2. And I hope you guys all took the mock test and you have noted down your scores. And as per your request in the last class, what I felt was like, okay, let me brief all the what do you call the basic chapters like arithmetic and algebra as soon as possible. I am just going to brief it up. I'm just going to show the formula and how to use it. And from after entering into geometry part, it will be like more conceptual session, and I'll be giving more lectures on the concepts. So from till algebra part, it will be just like how to use the formula and just the substitution. That's it. And today we are going to cover percentages, ratios and fractions, and ratios and proportions, and also few concepts on averages. Let's start with percentages. Am I audible to everyone? Yes. Thank you. Yes. So that I'll be knowing whether you guys can be follow me, or if there is any question, you can just ping me up.
Hello? Yeah.
Yes, sir. So let's start with what is percent. Percent is nothing but 1 by 100. It is count for every 100. If you say like 25%, means that for every 100 there are 25 numbers. I mean, whatever, 25 objects or whatever you say. Like the case satisfies for every 100, it satisfies 25 times. In the same way, if you say pass percentage is equal to 25%, which means that for every 100 attempts, you will be passing for 25 times. That is what percentage means. I know you guys know everything about this, but it's my duty to just brief it up. So just bear with me. And now coming to how to convert like percent to decimal. Let us take the same example, 25%. Whenever you see the symbol percent, blindly remind that is 1 by 100. What is 25% means? Which means 25 into 1 by 100. So just simplify 1, 4. 25 ones are 25 fours, which is nothing but 1 by 4. If you simplify further, you'll be getting 0.25. This is how you convert percent to decimal. And what is the next one? How to convert decimal to percent. Decimal to percent. Let us take one example, 3.45. See, whenever you find a decimal, if you want to convert it to a percent, first you need to convert it into a fraction. First you need to convert this decimal into a fraction. How to convert this decimal into a fraction? Just count how many digits are there after decimal. 1 and 2, right? So in the numerator, when you remove the decimal, sorry, in the denominator, after you removing the decimal, how many digits are there? 1 and 2. You will be, in the denominator, it will becomes 10 square. You will be having 10 to the power of 2. For example, if you have 5.435, so when you remove the decimal, it becomes 5435 divided by how many digits are there after the decimal towards your right hand side? 1, 2, 3. It becomes 10 power 3, which means 5435 divided by 1000. If you simplify this, 345 divided by 100. So after getting the fraction, just take this 1 by 100 to a side. 345 into 1 by 100. What is 1 by 100? Percent, right? So 345%. In the same way, if you want to simplify this, 5435 divided by, I can write 1000 is equal to 10 into 100, right? In the same way, 5435 divided by 10 into 1 by 100. What is 1 by 100? Percent. So if I remove this 0, I'll be getting decimal on the 1. So 543.5%. So this is how you will be converting like decimal to percent. I hope you guys understood till here, right? Yes? Okay. I take it as a granted. Mm-hmm. See, I told you, I don't know whether you guys went through the book or not. After completion of the book, at the end part, you will be having like 4 mock tests.
Yeah. I didn't get to take the mock test. I didn't know it was in the book. My mom said we're gonna go get the book tomorrow, so.
Yeah, that's fine. You can just take the mock test in the weekend. See, the only reason I'm saying is, see, when you take the mock test, you will be knowing where you are up to and what you need to concentrate. And after notifying the score on the first mock test, after like couple of weeks, and when you take the second mock test, you will be knowing the difference, like how much you learned and where you are lagging off. So that is the reason.
Wait, so the mock tests are in the book?
Yes, there are 6 mock tests in the book, like 4 end of the book and 2 you will be having in the CD-ROM.
Okay, I'm gonna go buy the book tomorrow, so yeah, I'll remember to do it next time.
Yeah, definitely. Let me show you mock test first. There are full length. See, at the end of book, you can see like each and every. There are like model test 1, model test 2, model test 3. There are like 4 model tests over here, and in the CD-ROM you will be having 2 plus 1 tests. I mean, 1 is diagnostic test and 2 practice tests. So altogether you will be having 7 mock tests. which are available in this book. And after each and every test, you will be having brief explained solutions. So you can learn like where you went wrong and all. The only thing I don't want you to, see the solutions and do the test. First, you need to do it on your own and keep the watch and maintain the time so that you will be knowing like what is your rate of solving problems. So any more questions on the mock tests? Yes, sir. Right. I don't know what version of the book you bought it. If it is an online book, you will be having the link at the end. If it is a hard copy, you will be having the CD-ROM over here. This is the CD-ROM. See, but yeah, that's fine. But anyhow, you'll be having at least like 4 mock tests in the book. At least you can go with them first.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
You'll tell us when to like take a mock test?
Yeah, you can take mock test 1 in this weekend.
No, I'm saying like if you ever have to take a mock test, you'll tell us when to take it.
I can get you what you're saying. I mean, can you speak a bit louder?
There are only 6 mock tests, so every time you're supposed to take a mock test, will you tell us when to take it?
We have 6 mock tests, right? I'm just asking you to take 1 mock test once. I mean, for this weekend, so that you'll be having 5 more left. After like couple of weeks, I'll be letting you know when to take the second mock test and when to take the third mock test.
Okay, so let us know. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. So in percentages, mainly you need to concentrate on 3 statements. First one, what is, I'm just giving you an example. What is 50% of 200? Whenever you see what, you don't know, like, so you give a variable x. And for e is equal to. And for 50%, 50 into, I told you, whenever you see percent, it means 1 by 100 of 200. This is how you form the equation from the statement. These kind of problems you will be finding in later parts. There is a section called like word problems. There you will be getting much more familiar. So if I simplify this, x is equal to 50 ones are 52s are 2 ones are 2 hundreds. X is equal to 100. So 100 is 50% of 200. This is statement number 1. Statement number 2. 90 is 50% of what number? I'm just, what number? Here, 90 is 50% of what number? You don't know the number, right? So that is x. I'm using the variable x. So if I simplify this, 51s are 52s are, and x is equal to the 2. Here it's dividing. If it goes other side, it multiplies. 90 into 2. So x is equal to 180. So 90 is 50% of 180. Next, coming to the third statement. Ninety is what percent of what percent of 200? For this statement, if I want to form an equation from this statement, 90 is what? Is nothing but I'm giving a variable x into percent. Percent is nothing but 1 by 100 of 200. If I simplify this, 100 ones are 100 twos are. And here 2 is multiplying on the RHS. If it goes towards LHS, it divides. X is equal to 90 by 2. So x is equal to 45. So if I substitute here, 90 is 45% of 200. These are three basic statements where you can solve all the percentage word problems with these three basic steps. These are the main three basic steps you need to concentrate really much. I hope you guys are clear with this, right? Okay. No questions, right? Yes. Yes. So in percentages, if you go through the textbook, there are few formulas like how to increase a number by some percentage, like what you need to do, and how to decrease the number by some percentage, like what you need to do. I want you guys to learn it on your own. Why? Because it will help you to practice much. It gives you you can practice well with those techniques and all. I don't want to waste much time on those right now. I'm going to skip those concepts. And before that, I want to give you a small formula. Like one is increase in percentage. Second one is decrease in percentage. Final value minus initial divided by initial value into 100. This is the formula for increase in percentage. I think if you guys go through the book, there are few two examples. Beyond that, I want you guys to do it on your own and use that formula. I want you to learn like how to use them. So I'm going to skip this up. Is it fine if you want me to skip it, or you want me to explain? Is there anyone who wants me to explain this? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, Siddharth.
Hello. I just put my hand to check if the broadcast is working. I didn't mean to.
Oh, okay. Next.
Yeah, can you explain?
Oh, okay. Let us take this in. The number increased from 80 to 100. What percentage it increased? So, increase percentage. Or else, to make it easier, 100 to 120. Increase in percentage is equal to, what is the final value? 120 minus initial value, 100 by, initially it is 100, right? So 100 into 100. If you simplify it, $20 by 100 into 100. So it increased by, when a number is transformed like 100 to 120, the value increased by 20 percentage. In the same way, if a number decreased from 120 to 100, so decrease percentage is equal to, what is the difference? 120 to 100. Here it comes like, when in decrease, it comes initial value minus final value. Here it starts with initial value minus final value by initial value into 100%. Okay. If I substitute that, I can erase it, right? Okay, let me erase it. $120 to 100. What is the initial value? 120. Final value is 100. So 120 minus 100 divided by, what is the initial value? 120. It's not 100, it's 120 into 100. So if I simplify it, it becomes 20 by 120 into 100. 20 ones are 26. What is 1 by 6? Use the calculator. 1 by 6 it should be point 0.15 something. Hopefully. Is it right? Six. 0.16. Yeah. 0.1667 into 100%. Nothing but 16.67%. See, if you observe, when a number transforms from 100 to 120, 100 to 120, here increase percentage is 20%. But the same number, when it decreased from 120 to 100, the decrease percentage is 16.67. So guys, just be careful. I mean, when a number increased by some percentage, if the same number decreased from 120 to 100, the decrease percentage won't be the same. It will be lesser than the increase percentage. I hope you guys understand this. Did you understand? Okay. So let me wrap it up. And what else? Yes, sir. So what is the next formula? To increase a number by k percent, it should be multiplied by, to increase a number by k percent, the number should be multiplied by 1 plus k percent. The number should be multiplied by 1 plus k percent. So simple. Let's take the example of 100 itself. If I want to increase 100 by 20%, then what should I do? I should multiply 100 with 1 plus 20%. 100 into 1 plus 20%. If I simplify this, 100 into 1 plus Whenever I see percent, what I should do? I need to convert it into by 100. So it becomes 100 into, if I take the LCM, 100, so 100 plus 20. So 100 into 120 by 100. So if I increase 100 by 20%, what is the answer? 120. The same way, if you decrease the number by k%, if you decrease the number by k%, then the number should be multiplied by 1 minus k%. Can you guys do it? If you want to decrease 100 by 20%, what is the answer? I mean, definitely you can say it like on your mouth, but I just want to do it with the formula. I want you guys to substitute in the formula so that you will be knowing how to substitute the values. Take a couple of minutes of time and you guys can go ahead. You should be getting the answer.
I have no question.
Actually, we are not even touching the computer. Some reason it is keep going. We are far away from the computer actually.
Malcolm.
Okay. Let me do one small example. Percentages. See, might be like basic concepts and like kind of like silly topics, but these are the main things which help you for geometry, for your data analysis, whatever, trigonometry and everything. Without these, you can't solve it. So let me take one question from this exercise. 10% of 20% of 30%. 10% of 30% of 20%. I have, what are the values? Point. Percent. 6%. This is the question. How you guys will do it? See, I told you write 3 statements. Out of from those 3 statements, what you need to do? 10%. What is percent? 10 into 1 by 100 of 30%. 30 into percent. 1 by 100 of 20%. 20 into 1 by 100. Right? If you simplify it, 0, 0 goes off, 0, 0 goes off, 0, 0 goes off, and this one let it be. So 3 2s are 6, 6 by 10 into 1 by 100. What is 6 by 10? 0.6 into 1 by 100, which means 0.6%. 0.6%. If you want to convert it to decimal, 0.6 0.006. If you convert it to a decimal, it is 0.006. If you convert it into a percent, it is 0.6%. You have both the options, 0.006% and 0.6%. Here, these are like few questions, you know. They will just trick you. 0.006 is a number. 0.6% is a value. So please concentrate on those. I hope you guys understood this. Right? Okay. Let me wrap it up and let's enter into ratios and proportions. First, what is ratio? Ratio is also a fraction, but see, the difference between a fraction and a ratio. If I say 4:3 and of 100 students, boys to girls. See, out of 100 students, 100 students are divided in such a way that for every 4 boys, there are 3 girls. See, boys and girls are like same units and they are the same parts of the total. But here, 4/3, it is a part and 3 is also a part. But if you take 2/7, a fraction, here 7 is a part where 2 is a total. Here the 2 total is divided into 7 parts. Here 4:3 means we are dividing in such a way that for every 4 parts of some object, you will be having 3 parts of some object. Ratios are nothing but it is like part to part. It's not like total to part. But in a fraction, you'll be having total to the part. You'll be understanding a few examples. If you say, let us take the same example. In a classroom, if there are boys is to girls is equal to 4:3 in class of 100 students. So find total number of boys. How you will be doing that? First, you will be taking a variable x and you will be forming an equation 4x plus 3x is equal to total 100. So 7x is equal to 100. X is equal to 100/7. So substitute b is equal to 4x. 400/7. These are number of boys. In the class. For girls, 3x. 3 into 100/7 is equal to number of girls in the class. Is it visible? Okay, let's take first example in the textbook itself so that you can be understanding clearly. First, there is a key fact stating that if a set of objects is divided into two groups in the ratio A:B, erase it. In the ratio A:B, then the first group contains A by A plus B of the objects, and second group contains B by A plus B of the objects. If the objects are divided into two groups, like group A and group B, and if they are in the ratio A:B, then the first group contains the fraction of A by A plus B of the objects, and the second group contains B by A plus B of the objects. I'll explain you with an example. The previous example, what we did is from the same thing, actually. Like 4:3 of 100 students, right? So the first group, boys, 4 by 4 plus 3 of the objects. How many objects? 100. 4 by 7 into 100. 400 by 7. And girls, the same one. So whether it's clear or not, let me use the other pen. Girls, 3 by 4 plus 3 into how many objects? 100, right? Of the total. 100. 3 by 7, 100. 300 by 7. Did you guys understand this? Or you want me to explain more? Okay, let me give you one more example which is there in the textbook itself. Last year, the ratio of the number of math tests John passed on the number of math tests he failed. Okay. Pass is to fail. Yes. Pass is to fail is equal to 7:3. That is what he given. What percent of the math tests did John pass? First, when you want to know the percentage of, you want to know the pass percentage is equal to how much? Let us take it as X. Okay? Pass percentage is equal to X percentage. Now substitute the same formula. What is the pass? 7 by 7 plus 3. Total. Pass plus fail. Into how many tests? For example, if you take 100 tests. 100. 7 by 10. Sorry, there's no 100. 7 by 10. If you want this to convert into a percentage, so simple. Multiply and divide by 100. So 700 by 10 into 1 by 100. 70 into 1 by 100. 1 by 100 is nothing but percentage. 70 percentage. You want me to explain again with a clear example? Let me check what is the best example which suits that. Did you guys understand this, or you want me to explain it again?
Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
Can you explain it one more time?
The first one or the second one?
The second one?
Okay. Let me see. See, there is a person. They have given the value of pass to the fail ratio. What is the pass to the fail ratio? What they gave? 7:3. For every out of 10 exams. See, 7 plus 3 is 10, right? So out of every 10 attempts, he will pass for 7 times and he will fail for 3 times. So out of every 10 attempts, he will pass for 7 times and he will fail for 3 times. And what they ask for the pass percentage. So to know what is the pass percentage, to know the pass percentage, first, what is the formula? For he passes for 7 times out of every how many attempts? 10 attempts, right? 7 plus 3. So it becomes 7 by 10. If I want to convert this fraction into a percentage, 7 by 10 into 100 by 100. So 7 into, I can write 100 by 100 this way, right? 7 into 100 by 1 by 100. Did you understand this step? It's nothing but 70. And what is 1 by 100? Percentage. So what is the pass percentage? 70%. So if you take it for 100 attempts, for every 100 times, he will pass for 70 times and he will fail for 30 times. That is what the question is. So if you want to find like what is the pass number? This is the pass number by total of the objects. What is of the objects here? Number of 70% of the exam, or else number of exams he took. For every 100 times, he will pass for 70 times. For every 100 attempts, he will pass for 70 times. That is what the question is. Did you guys understand, or you want me to explain it again? Okay, let me go with the next example. What is the next example? If 45%, yes, what is the ratio of male students to the? If 45% of the class college are male. Then what he asked, male is to female ratio. How to find that? See, if 45% are in the college are male, it means that 100 minus 45 is equal to 55. If there are 100 students, 45 students are male. So rest are female, right? So 100 minus 45 is equal to 55. So 55% are female, right? Then how to find the male to female ratio? M is to F is equal to R mole. So 45 is to 55. Simplify it. 5 9s are 5 11s are. 9 is to 11 is a ratio. Did you understand this? Okay, I'm taking it as granted.
What page are we in the book?
Sorry?
What page are we in the book?
I think it's 479.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And let me teach you one more example. The measure of two acute angles of right angle triangle are in the ratio of 5 is to 13. So what is the larger? Okay. 5 is to 13. See, in a right angle triangle, one angle is 90 degrees, right? And let it be some angle A, angle B, angle C. See, you all guys know that angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180. We know that if it is a right angle triangle, one angle is definitely 90 degrees. So angle B is equal to 90 degrees. 90 plus angle C is equal to 180 degrees, right? Angle A plus angle C is equal to 180 minus 90, nothing but 90. But angle A and angle C are in the ratio of 5 is to 13. So if I give a variable x to that, I can write it here in such a way. Angle A is equal to 5x, angle C is equal to 13x. Let us assume 13x. So if I substitute these values in this, 5x plus 13x is equal to 90 degrees. What is 5x plus 13x? 18x is equal to 90 degrees. X is equal to 90 degrees by 80. 9 2s are 9 10s. 2 1s are 2 5s. X is equal to 5. See, value of x is equal to 5 degrees. But angle A is equal to how much? 5x. What is 5x? 5 into 5. 25 degrees. So this is 25 degrees. Angle, what is the other one? Angle C. Angle C is equal to 13x. 13 into 5, which is nothing but 65 degrees. So you guys understood, like, if you get a question like in a ratio and if they ask to find some values, you guys understood like how to find it, right? So simple. Go through the examples, solve them on your own. Definitely you can understand. Next, coming to the proportion. Before proportion, I want to give you a small concept. If there is a ratio like this, R is to W is equal to 2 is to 3. Come on. R is to W is equal to 2 is to 3. And what is W is to B? 3 is to 5. W is to B is equal to 3 is to 5. C, which is nothing but R by W is equal to 2 by 3, right? And W by B is equal to 3 by 5. And if they asked what is R is to B, what you need to do? So simple. R by W into, if I multiply these two, W by B, W cancels and I get R is to B, right? So substitute the values of these. 2 by 3 into 3 by 5. 3 1 3. 2 by 5. So R is to B is equal to 2 by 5. See, here it's easy. Here the value of W in both the cases are same. If they are different, what you need to do? Let's take one example. Two is to 3 and 4 is to 5. Yes. Instead of 3, if it is 4. What you need to do? Apply the same concept, but here times 8 by 15. See, R is to B is 8 by 15. But what is R is to W is to B? So simple. What is the value of R is to B? 8 is to 5. Place them. Note down W as it is. And B 15. And part of W, you need to multiply these two. What is W over here? 3. And what is W over here? 4. You need to multiply these two and substitute the value here. 8 is to 12 is to 15. But here, if R is to W is equal to 2 is to 3 and W is to B is equal to 3 is to 5, then R is to W is to B is equal to 2 is to 3 is to 5. Here it is easy. Why? Because here in both the cases W are same. But when the value of W is different, I mean the common variable is different, then you need to first take the R by W value and multiply with W by B and get the value of R by B first. And after getting R by B, then substituting this kind of substituting R is to W is to B in such a way that for the time being keep W as an isolate, and for the value of W you need to multiply the value of W in both the ratios. Are you guys following it? See. Next. See, one small formula. If A is to B is equal to C is to D, which is nothing but, I can write A is to B is A by B is equal to C by D. So AD is equal to C into B, which means product of means is equal to product of extremes. When two ratios are equal, it means the product of means will be, this is called means. These are extremes. Product of means will be always equal to product of extremes. When two ratios are proportional, proportional is nothing but equal. When two ratios are equal, then the product of means is always equal to product of extremes. This is one of the most important formula in the ratios. I mean, this is the most basic formula in the ratios, which helps you to do a lot of problems. Let us take one small example. They have given that 3:, textbook example itself. I'm just writing in a different representation. 3:7 is equal to x is to 84. What is the value of x? First, I'm converting this ratio into fractional form. 3/7 is equal to x by 84. Then cross multiply, or else you can apply product of means is equal to product of extremes. So 7 into, if I cross multiply also, I get the same. 7x is equal to 3 into 84. Then what is the value of x? 3 into 84 divided by 7. 7 ones are 2 are 3 12s are 36. X is equal to 36. I hope you guys understood this formula. Any doubt in this? When two ratios are proportional, what is product of means and what is product of extremes, and how to calculate it, and what is like cross multiplication and all? Do you guys have any doubt in this concept? If yes, please raise your hands. If not, I'm going to the next topic. See, as I told, yes. As I told you, right now I'm just briefing up the concepts. But after completion of algebra, once you enter into the geometry, it will be like more conceptual part. than like just like formula substitution than those parts. It will be like more conceptual once you enter into the geometry. And how to convert from one unit to other unit. So simple, basic conversion. Let us take one kilometer mile. Is it visible or you want me to write darker? Units conversion. See, units are the most important thing, not only in mathematics, but for any part in numbers. Units gives the value to the number. Without units, the number is just a number. It's not a value. To make you understand, see, 100 is just a number. If I add a unit like $100, then it becomes a currency. If I add a unit like meter, 100 meter, it becomes a distance. If I add a unit like weight, for example, like pounds, 100 pounds, it becomes weight. So units are like most important things which you need to concentrate. And I mean, whenever there is a problem, we should concentrate on the units also. And when there are like two different units, how to convert from one unit to other unit. That's what I'm going to explain now. For example, if you want to convert from kilometer to mile or mile to kilometer. Mile to kilometer. See, for converting from mile to kilometer, what is the standard value? 1 mile is equal to 1.6 kilometers. Once you know the standard value or like one standard thing, it is easy to find how many miles it might be or how many kilometers it might be. For example, if you ask for like 4 kilometers is equal to how many miles? So simple. 4 kilometers. Below kilometers, write the value 4. And you're asking number of miles. You don't know, let it be X. Now you just cross multiply. 1.6 into X is equal to 4 into 1. X is equal to 4 by 1.6. 4 ones are 4, 0.4. Yes, 0.4. 1 by 0.4. If I remove decimal, I'll get 10 by 4. 10 by 4 is nothing but 2.5. So X is equal to 2.5. So 4 kilometers is equal to 2.5 miles approximately. In the same way, let us take one more. Is there any example? Let me check whether there is any example in the textbook. I don't see any example. So here the miles of 1. See, if I want to convert foot to inches, see in the question or else in the formula, you will be giving one standard value. You need to extract that standard value and then you need to just put it. For example, 1 foot. What is the standard value? 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. If they ask for what is the value of 72 inches? How many foot? 72 inches is equal to feet. At foot, you don't know the value, right? Just use the variable x. And for how many inches they want? 72. So under 70 under inches, right? 72. So cross multiply. 72 into 1 is equal to x into 12. 12x is equal to 72. X is equal to 72 by 12. 12 ones are 12 6. X is equal to 6. 6. So 6 feet is equal to 72 inches. These are few unit conversions. Later on, whenever I find an example, I'll be showing these steps more clearly and deliberately. As a homework, what I want you guys to do is solve all the examples from example 8 to example 20. Example 8 to example 20 in chapter 6D. And let me do some. Let me give a brief introduction about averages. Averages. Average is nothing but arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean. How to find an average? Average is equal to sum of all values yes sir. Which, can you unmute first?
I said homework. What the homework was. Can you repeat what the homework was?
Okay. In chapter 6D, example 8 to example 20. See, first try to do it on your own. If you don't understand it, go through the solution, but don't copy it. After going through the solution, close the book and do it on your own. Why I'm making you to do this? Because after doing like 4 or 5 problems, you will be able to do the rest. That is the reason I'm asking you to do it on your own. I can teach it, but these are few things you need to learn it on your own. Example 8 to example 20. Next, coming to averages. See, there are some set of like n numbers. There are 5 numbers like 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Average is equal to sum of all numbers by total number of values. Sum of all values. So it will be more clear. Sum of all values by total number of values. Let us take 4, 6. Let us take a sequence 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. How many values are there here? There are 5 numbers, right? And if you want to find the average of it, use that formula. 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10 plus 12 by how many numbers? 5. 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 plus 8 is 18. 18 plus 10 is 28. 28 plus 12 is 40 by 5. So average is 8. So average of the sequence is 8. What is average? Sum of all the values in the sequence by number of values in the sequence. Okay. And in averages, there are 2 more things you need to remember. I will give you a small description about what is median. What is mode? What is range? Median is nothing but when you have the sequence in an increasing order, the middle number is the median. See, if how many digits are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what is the middle number? The third digit. It is the median. To find if there are like 90 numbers in the sequence, or else if there are like 9 numbers in a sequence, then median is equal to 9 is an odd number, right? So 9 plus 1. Whenever there are odd number of digits in a sequence, then median is equal to number of numbers plus 1 divided by 2. So 10 divided by 2. The 5th digit will be the median. Median is nothing but the number which is at the middle. If there are even numbers, even number of numbers, like for example, if there are 10 numbers in a sequence, then the median will be, okay, I don't want to confuse you. Let me continue in the next class itself. I'll give a brief description and with good number of examples. I don't want to get confused with the averages again with the ratios. For the time being, just concentrate on the ratios and proportion part. In the next class, let me start with the averages and also a brief description about polynomials. And is there any doubts for today? Hello. Do you guys have any doubts for today?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay, so since this class is being recorded, would we be offered the recording?
Yes, you will be getting the recording. Okay, sir. Okay, guys. I think it's good for today. Let's start in the next class. Let's concentrate on averages and some polynomial part. Thank you and good night. Thank you, sir. Have a good night.